What's up guys, Ameer here from Team WUNAX. I'm here to showcase my second place Snake Eye Fire King deck profile. I ended up getting second place at this past weekend's box tournament. My record was 3-0-1, so I had 3 wins, 1 draw. Deck performed really well, and I guess we'll just get right into it. So to start off, we have 3 Snake Eye Ash, best normal summon of the deck. 2 Poplar, you don't need to play 3, 2 is fine, you just want to search it, be able to special summon it. Opening it is fine too, I mean it's semi-combo, but it's not full combo without Ash. 1 Oak, 1 Flamberg, you need to play the Oak just in case of like a backup. If your Ash gets stopped, then you can still summon it off of OSS, and then if your OSS gets stopped, you can still summon it off of Ash. And then Flamberg is self-explanatory. Summons back 2 fires from grave. Special summons basically anything from grave by returning it to the spell and trap card zone. Or putting it in the spell and trap card zone. For the wanted stuff, I played 2 Witch, 3 Wanted, 1 OSS, and 1 Subversion. I think 2 Witch is fine. This is kind of like my soft spot. Like I kind of like having 2 Witch, not having 3 just to be a little bit more cloggy. I know it adds a little bit more consistency to the deck. And having 1, I want to be able to see it. So having 2, I don't think you'd open up 2 just as much as opening up like 1 or 3. 3 wanted, self-explanatory, 1 OSS. And then this is for like more so defensive. The Subversion is just for being able to have that second target for Poplar. And then for the Fire King stuff, 1 Wnax, 1 Arvada, 1 wnax. This is all you need. You don't need to play any more than 1 more copy of each of these. And then the best Fire King, Kieran, being able to pop any of your fires, dodging impermanence, veilers, or even any interruptions that your opponent has. If they try to SP and target something like one of your Snake Eyes, you can just chain Kieran, pop it, summon itself. And then for the spells for the Fire Kings, we played 1 Sanctuary, 2 Island, and 1 Skyburn. So kind of the same theory with Subversion. You want to be able to have a second target for Wnax. I decided not to play Circle and decided to play Skyburn instead, just because, again, more defensive. So with Skyburn and Subversion, if you have both of them on turn 2 or turn 3, you're able to eat up at least 2 of your opponent's interruptions or negates. So I think it's really nice. In the future, though, I think I will be cutting down Island to 1, just because I ended up opening this card a lot, and it wasn't something that I just wanted to see in my opening hand. I wanted to be able to search it, or use it off of Sanctuary. And then non-engine, played 3 Droll, 3 Nib, 3 Ash, and 3 Imperm. So 12 hand traps altogether. The Drolls I might switch out for Bells in the future. Against the Snake Eye deck, it does work pretty well, considering if they activate Bonfire and then search whatever they're going to search. But if they start off with Ash, search Populace, it's still pretty much they're ending on at least 3 interruptions. Then Imperm, Nib, Ash, I'd say mandatory. Nib is really good against the mirror match. Ash is universal, hits almost anything, and Imperm just for the sake of not being talenced. And then I also played 3 Crossout Designator and 1 Call by the Grave. The reasoning behind this is these would be the spots for bonfires, but I think that Crossout is just a little bit more versatile, also because I wasn't able to pick up bonfires. So I ended up playing Crossout instead, just because a lot of people are going to be playing this deck this format. So I wanted to test it out, kind of see how it would feel. I did have 2 matches where people cross-outed my Crossout, and I still ended up winning both of those games. But regardless, you can cross out pretty much anything in this deck. You can cross out the Ash, the Flamberg, any type of hand trap, so you could be able to still full combo. So that's a 40 card main deck. I guess we'll go on to the extra deck next. So the extra deck, so I'll just put it right here. 1 Linkuriboh, 1 SP, 1 IP. You need Linkuriboh for the combo. You need IP to end on the combo as well. And then usually this is what you're making off of IP and Flamberg on turn 2. Other Link 2s, Hida, Dark, Phoenix. I know not a lot of people are playing Phoenix right now. Some people are kind of just using this as kind of like a flex spot, but I think it's pretty handy to have spell and trap removal in this deck. There's not a lot, unless it comes to the side deck, but just being able to have spell and trap removal and co-linked. I mean, you have Sunlight Wolf, you have Princess, you have a lot of things that you can co-link Phoenix with to get that extra draw. And then for the Link 3s, you got 1 Heat Soul, 2 Princess. 2 Princess is needed, I think, just because you go through one of them. If your opponent ends up call buying it or getting rid of it, banishing it, taking control of it from your grave, and then keeping it, you have the second one handy. And then Buzz King is also a thing with Horus decks to be able to rip out one of them. So, I mean, you'll still have the other one still to do your combo. And then Heat Soul is for the Sunlight and the Karibo combo. 4s, 1 Whale, 1 Raging Phoenix. I didn't have a Zealantis, so I played Access Code instead. But once I pick up a Zealantis, I'm going to be taking the Access Code out for Zealantis. So, Whale was pretty good. Raging Phoenix I never made. And then I never made the Access Code either. And then the last 2, 1 Appaloosa, 1 XYZ WUNAX. The Appaloosa I think I made once. Didn't really come up too much, so this might be a spot that people could fit something else into this deck in the future. But for me, I might take this out too, because I'm not 100% sure on if I want to keep this in. Most of the time going into SP with IP. I guess Appaloosa is for the line where you make the Heat Soul, make a Link Karibo, and then just make it into Appaloosa. So you get a draw and then have 2 negates. And then this came up once. This is cuttable as well. I don't think that you really need this. This is, you'd have to either hard make this, because most of the time you're going to use your Sanctuary to send to the graveyard with the Ash. And then I guess we're going to go on to the side deck. Side deck, 3 Bell. This card's really good this format. I really want to fit this in the main deck. I think I just have to do some tweaking just to see. I don't know what I'd put into the side deck for this, but for sure I'm going to try and test this out in the main deck, because it's really good against the mirror match and other decks as well. 3 Talents. This is another card that I want to fit into the main deck just because of the Snake Eye deck. A lot of them do play on your turn and they play on the main phase, so this card is really good this format. I'm going to end up taking these out and moving them to the main as well. Like I said, I just have to do some fixing around in the main, but I think for the talents, I'm going to put in either anti-spells or summon limits in the side deck instead of these. And then 3 Cosmic, 2 Lightning Storm. The 3 Cosmics are really good. Mirror match, obviously. Banish the Island. Lightning Storm, really good as well. I never saw this when I sided it in. I saw the Cosmics, though. I banished, I think, a total of 3 or 4 islands with this card, and I ended up winning those games. And then the Lightning Storms, like I said, I've never seen siding them in. And then I do side 1 Soul Release. I don't have 3, that's why I'm siding 1. So I'll probably end up taking these 2 out for 2 more Soul Release. And then maybe put in Thrust instead for the bells. So the bells would be in the main. And then last but not least, 3 Evenly Matched. Really good for Rogue, back row decks, Labyrinth sometimes, and then the Mirror Match as well. It forces them to use their IP, any type of other interruptions they have in their main phase, any effects, and then you just banish everything. So that is it for the deck profile. Quick shout outs I want to give to Kavan and Preston for helping me playtest this deck. Shout out to John, and shout out to the team. You guys are doing great things, and I'm proud to see where we're going from here. Alright, we'll catch you guys later.